I arrived early. Too early, maybe. It is Introduction to Literature class. The classroom was still half empty, sunlight stretching across the desks like long, quiet fingers. I sat near the window so I could breathe. My heart always beat faster on the first day of anything. When Professor Harris walked in, he didn't look strict or distant like some teachers I had known. He looked like someone who had lived inside books for a long time. Soft sweater, gentle eyes, a smile that made the room feel less sharp. "Good morning," he said. "Today we begin with a simple question. Why do stories matter?" The class started sharing. Their English flowed like water, fast, warm, full of small jokes I couldn't catch. I listened, trying to hold on to the words before they slipped away. When it was my turn, I said quietly, "A story about a girl moving to a new city helped me when I was young. I understand it more now." People nodded, not politely, truly. My voice didn't break the room. A week later, we read a short story by Ernest Hemingway. Just a few pages, but it felt like a puzzle with half the pieces missing. Two people at a train station, talking but not talking, saying everything and nothing. I didn't understand. When class began, Professor Harris wrote on the board, "What is the story really about?" Students raised their hands immediately. "It's about a couple arguing," someone said. "It's about a decision they don't want to name," another added. "It's about power," a girl in the front row said. "And pressure." I felt lost. What decision? What pressure? Professor Harris turned to us. Hemingway believed in the iceberg theory. Most meaning is hidden under the surface. The characters avoid saying the real issue. They talk around it. I stared at my book. They did talk around everything. About drinks, about the hills, about being fine. But never about the thing that was breaking them. A boy behind me said, "The white elephant symbolized something unwanted, something heavy." A girl added, "The landscape changes depending on how they feel. One side is dry and barren, the other side is fertile. It mirrors their choices." I wrote quickly, trying to catch every idea before it escaped. Then Professor Harris asked, "Rain, what do you think?" My stomach tightened. I spoke slowly, choosing each word like stepping stones. "I think they are afraid to say the truth. Maybe they hope the other person will say it first." The room went quiet for a moment. Then Professor Harris nodded. "That's a beautiful insight. Yes, fear of honesty is central to the story." Warmth spread through my chest. Maybe I wasn't as lost as I thought. After class, I asked Professor Harris why they don't say directly. Why not just speak clearly? He smiled gently. In American communication, people often imply instead of state. We expect others to read between the lines. Suddenly, so many things made sense. The vague group project instructions, the soft, "maybe we could" suggestions, the way people avoided saying no. It wasn't my English, it was the culture. During discussion, students disagreed, openly, confidently. No one was wrong, no one was embarrassed. A girl told me afterward, "Literature is personal. Your interpretation matters." In my old classes, there was always one correct answer. Here, my thoughts had value. The story showed me something about American relationships, how people talk around problems, how they try to stay polite even when hurting, how silence can be louder than shouting. It made me watch my classmates differently. Their pauses, their careful phrasing, their jokes that hid real feelings. I began to see the invisible part of conversations, the iceberg under the water. That night, I wrote in my journal, "Today I learned that English is not only grammar, it is tone, it is silence, it is what people do not say." Literature wasn't just a school subject. It was a map, helping me understand this new world, and maybe, slowly, helping me understand myself.